Though he lives on land, he can swim faster than the greatest Olympic champions. His muscles are so greatly developed he can pulverize stones to dust. He can cross the Pacific Ocean in mere hours by kicking. He's adept at every form of swimming existing. The big blue warrior, the man of steel. Wait, this isn't Krypton, it's Kanto! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Poliwrath. Why is Poliwrath so amazing? Well, first off, he was the actual first Pokemon for Red in the comic books before he got his so-called starter, Bulbasaur. Young Poliwhirl saw his master in trouble and about to drown, and rather than get a Water Stone, rather than stay the faster swimming Poliwhirl, it became, by sheer force of will, the strong and powerful Poliwrath, because he knew speed alone would not save his master. The devotion shown by this Pokemon to Red is what gave me a great love for it. And though it has not always been my favorite, I've always kind of had an affinity for Poliwrath. Way back in old Gen 1, as I am an old Gen 1er, an original Gen 1er. I loved his sprite. He looks like he's about to slap you right in the face, or give you the famous Pokemon move Karate Chop, which for some stupid reason was normal type back in Kanto. But nowadays, he's got many other amazing abilities. Water Absorb allows him to be immune to water attacks from his own kind, and he can even become more powerful, gaining HP back. The Damp ability lends immunity to all self-destruct and explosion attacks. And Swift Swim allows him to easily outpace his former form Poliwhirl, provided the latter doesn't have Swift Swim itself. And in my very humble, totally unbiased opinion, he is much more better than Politoed. Ugh, I just hate to say that name, because he's a toady. He doesn't even have Swift Swim. Sure, he's got the Water Absorb. Sure, he's got Damp ability. But Drizzle. Drizzle is something that lends itself to Swift Swim. I'm sorry. Normal water Pokemon have Rain Dance. They can make their own Drizzle and still keep Swift Swim. But enough tomfoolery. Poliwrath is indeed my favorite Pokemon. There's not much else to say about it. Thank you guys, all of you, for getting me to 62 subscribers. That's Poliwrath's Pokedex. And that's where we're going to leave it for now, after a word from our sponsor. Just kidding, I don't have sponsors. YouTube, get your crap together. But seriously, Game Freak, get your head in the game and get your head out of your you-know-what. I've seen Poliwrath's sprite with 3 fingers and a thumb, with 2 fingers and a thumb, with 3 fingers and no thumb. Make up your flipping mind. And as I said, I much more prefer the Gen 1 sprite to the later ones, because the thing on his chest, that's supposed to be his intestines. Seriously, that's a stupid Pokedex entry from Poliwag. Anyway, it's shaped more like a clown mouth than the circle that it was once in Gen 1. So that's just much more better to be in line with the swirl that's on his chest. I don't know why the swirl changes patterns between each transformation. At first, with Poliwhirl, it flips from how it was with Poliwag on the horizontal axis, so it's pointing in the other direction, and then the swirl deepens as it becomes Poliwrath. That's kind of okay. Not a big deal. But anyway, this water and fighting type, this master of the damp ability, and I don't know why, I prefer the damp ability, just because you never know when you're going to run up against a Regice. Good God. This tadpole Pokemon is about 4'3" by the average, about 119 pounds. I gotta tell you, that almost seems overweight, but look at it. Look at him. Look at him. Look at all the muscles. He's just bulging with biceps. Popeye would be proud of this sailor. If you get one from the egg, it comes with bubble, bulk up, haze, hypnosis, mist, pound, submission, water gun, a myriad of any adept abilities. Of course, you have to be cheating to get a Poliwrath from the egg, because it'll always come out a Poliwag, as I've had the experience. But he does learn Superpower naturally at level 57, and he can learn Submission upon transformation from Poliwhirl to Poliwrath. He's had a myriad of colors over the years, going from black and navy to a dull aquamarine, and in his shiny form going from a bright turquoise to what appears to be almost grass green, but not quite. I suppose you could call that algae green. He is a water Pokemon. But Poliwrath has his name from Poliwag, aka the tadpole, and Wrath, aka anger, or, as I would say, righteous indignation. Called in Japanese, Noyorobun. And don't ask me what that means. It's probably some translation of Poliwag or tadpole, or something that has to do with a frog that isn't actually the name frog, because he's not a frog. In fact, Politoed isn't even a frog, he's a toad. An ugly one at that. Please, never, ever send me a Politoed if I ask for a Poliwrath. There will be heck to pay, to paraphrase Jim Carrey. And so I leave you, folks, thanking you once again for allowing me 62 subscribers on my YouTube channel, Drakir Gaming 88. I am Drakir. This is Poliwrath. Poliwrath, will you sign us out? Thank you, Poliwrath. Good night, and God bless.